Hey there, listener. Welcome to the Deep Share Podcast. I'm your host, Andy Rouse, and for the last couple of decades, I've slowly been opening my eyes to a very different world than the one I grew up hearing about. And the more conversations I have with interesting people, the more mystifying this world becomes. So without further ado, let's get deep.
We've got science to celebrate! Demons bliss out! After what, baby? Come on!
There is rebellion in the wind. It will crush.
Everything I've said is true. It's real.
Dinosaur fossils? God put those here to test our faith.
A damn lie. I saw them with my own eye.
Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away?
We did illusions, man! None of it is true!
I'm not insane.
This is mass madness, you maniacs! In God's name, you people are the real thing! We are the illusion!
Welcome to the I Newsome But I Didn't Know It All podcast. I'm your host, Shane Newsome. Tonight, I got a freaking cool as shit episode for you all. It's all about lyrics tonight. And I got some badass motherfuckers to bust some shit down with, man. So I'm going to introduce Dan first because Dan's fucking cool and he's the one popped up on my screen right now. Danunaki Dan, man, what's up?
What's happening, man? How's it going, Shane? Good to be on the show. Thank you for inviting me. I fucking love heavy metal and shit. So I can obviously already tell that I'm into a lot different metal than you guys are.
That's all right. That's all right.
Just by the band names.
We overlap.
Yeah. There's always some overlap. There's always some good bands that everybody always listens to. And, you know, that stand the test of time. But most of my metal that I listen to a lot all came from the 80s. I didn't really get into too much of the newer 90s or 2000 metal. And if I did, they were like fucking weird black metal bands. So, yeah.
Necrophagist.
See, like half the stuff you guys say, I'm like, I don't even know. I feel like an old guy.
They're like an old fucking death.
Necrophagus?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of familiar. Yeah, like Napalm Death and like Morbid Angel, Deicide, 6 Feet Under, Obituary, like King Diamond, Merciful Fate, Emperor, Hecate Enthroned. That's kind of like my metal that Amorphous was one of my favorite bands. That's kind of like the shit that I listened to. I really got into like the harmony and death metal vocal bands a little bit later. It started out, Megadeth, Slayer, Iron Maiden, Metallica. Then it graduated to like, more of the death metal type stuff that I had mentioned, and then it kind of went into some black metal, and then it kind of died down, and I went totally fucking Rastafari. So
fuck yeah. Dude, I gotta say, if you listen to metal and you don't know like most of the Metallica's discography, you need to fuck off. You need to know all the yeah. You gotta get the Hetfield feet.
The old debate is, load sucked, unload sucked, reload, and Saint Anger was a catastrophe, and then but Death Magnetic was fucking phenomenal.
Yes, it was.
I enjoyed the shit out of that. So and I haven't really got into their new one.
Nobody was telling me it's good.
Yeah,
haven't listened to it though.
But I felt Death Magnetic sounded a lot like fucking A. Is it Blackened? What's the one with Blackened and shit?
That was
Injustice for All.
Injustice for All, yeah.
It kind of gave me those feels. So
someone told Death Magnetic was like a reinvention of the old formula. Someone's like, go back to the old way and just do that. And
yeah, it was great. I think
that fucking worked.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, well, next we got Jay Henehan. What's going on, dude?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Jay Henehan from How to Kill a Sacred Cow, and I'm a lead singer of George Orwell the Musical. And yeah, it's a fucking dope ass band. Not gonna lie at all.
I 100% agree.
And yeah, just riffing, no pun intended, off of what Dan was saying. I was a huge fan of Metallica growing up. I listened to their whole goddamn discography, and I might be the only person in the world that thinks that Saint Anger wasn't half bad. But that's inside baseball.
Wow.
That's inside baseball. I can dig the snare.
You're blowing my mind right now. You're blowing my mind.
Right. I've listened to worse things than Saint Anger, that's for sure.
Okay.
But I started out listening to Metallica growing up. My first real introduction, I was really into the new metal when it came out, so Korn, Limp Bizkit, all that shit, because I was the target audience. I was the age I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Everybody else doesn't have an excuse. Everybody else is either too old or too young here. Anybody listening to Limp Bizkit, when they're 35 or fucking 6, not good. Not good.
I was in my late teenage years when Limp Bizkit came out.
Too old.
Yeah, they sucked. I didn't like them.
I loved Limp
13,
Bizkit when I was a
14
kid.
years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Still
When
too
I was
old.
a freshman.
Still too old.
Still too old. I was 11, so it's perfect age.
There you go.
And fucking then I graduated. What happened was I got some you guys remember the strawberries coins, the strawberries and bananas coins, strawberries, bananas, coconuts, that record store, those chain of record stores, whatever it was. I had one of those coins, and so I went and I bought what I thought was an Incubus album. I don't know how I made this mistake. I thought I bought Make Yourself. Thought I bought Make Yourself, which is actually a fucking amazing album.
Absolutely.
Somehow ended up with Slipknot's first album.
Oh fuck!
Don't know how that happened. So I put that on the first track is Sick, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
What was the first metal album you ever bought?
Yeah.
I think everybody should say that too. That's interesting.
So that was the first, but it was by mistake. But I had been listening to Metallica, growing up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
My family were huge Metallica fans, went to all their concerts and stuff like that. And I ended up with a fucking Slipknot album that opened up a whole new set of doors, and then, I got into that whole scene. And then after that, it was really it was Every Time I Die was the doorway into everything else that came after that. Every Time I Die, Norma Jean, Between the Buried and Me, and then The Chariot, of course. And then all those fucking bands, The Fall of Troy, whom I still fucking love. And then, and then you get the third generation for me would be like the Peripheries and all those. So Rings of Saturn, After the Burial. Love Rings of Saturn. I saw them live.
Me too, man.
On fucking real. I was I remember thinking there's no way they're going to be able to pull this off live. Well, guess what? They fucking pull it off. They fucking pull it off. Every little it's so fucking insane. I thought it was a drum machine. I was there's no fucking way it's going to be Rings of Saturn.
You'll hear one note missed by each of the musicians, maybe per song. I
didn't hear a missed note. I don't know what you're talking about. I did not hear one missed note. Because they're statues. They're stationary.
God, yeah.
They don't move.
Oh yeah.
And And so George Orwell the musical, we've been playing since 2006.
Oh shit.
So we've been
lineup.
Mostly the same lineup. We've been changing out drummers the whole time. But we have a really great drummer now. That's always that's the biggest fucking thing is the drummer. So we'll go years without a drummer. You know what I mean? And and just have to do it like that. But and I got a song that I'll share with you guys later on. The one that a song that speaks to me. That it's a song that still gives me chills every time. It's not my own song because all my songs give me a hard on. They don't give me chills. But that's me. I'm Jay Henehan. How to Kill a Sacred Cow, George Orwell the musical.
If I could go back for a second, the first two albums I bought that were not metal. But I was 10 or 11 years old. And it was Another Bad Creation, ABC, and Cypress Hill and Saint in the Membrane.
That's cool.
And then, so those were my first two actual music purchases. But my first metal band that I purchased was actually Injustice for All. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I would say my first music purchase that I regretted wholeheartedly was the POD album. That was pretty bad. Yeah, that was on there, but I bought it because of that first that
Southtown.
Southtown. We're in the Southtown where you know them kids don't play. Running
Oh my
down
God.
in the streets.
Bad.
Tell me you bought Papa Roach too.
I did.
I'm
I got
fucking leaving right now. Fucking
Yo.
get me out of here.
Yo, I saw fucking the show opened up with Exhibit,
It's like
Papa Roach, Eminem, Limp Bizkit.
Oh,
And
man.
Limp Bizkit
Shit.
played in a robot. Limp Bizkit played in a robot.
This is like all the shit that we used to make fun of.
Yeah. But I was the target audience age.
My crew.
Yeah, man. We're at
We were
that
the-
age.
We were called we're the HSC Hessian Skate Crew, and there's about 4 or 5 of us, and we're all like big metalheads and skateboarders.
Hessian Skate
Nice.
Crew. That's really niche. That's really like
Dude, my first fucking like show, besides going to see my dad's band play my whole life, my dad's in a cover band. Like I didn't till like I was 16. I went to Warp Tour,
Nice.
and this is like the worst live experience you can have. I was like, dude, live music sucks. I was like, I'd rather just
Yeah.
go listen to my dad's band. They sound good.
I can't even remember the first band I seen live. Fuck, man. Yeah, that's
My
gonna be a
first-
hard one.
my first band was Kid Rock, bro.
Fuck
Rock.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yo, and he came out with Bar with the Bar. You know what I'm saying? Like
I saw Kid Rock
right.
live. I saw
Oh.
Summer Sanitarium in Candlestick Park with Corn Kid Rock, Power Man 5000.
Oh yeah, Power Man 5000. That's what they were playing with. I saw.
It was the Summer Sanitarium tour.
No. This was a
No?
different tour. They were playing with them.
Oh, okay.
It was fucking
But
dope.
I actually really like Kid Rock live. He was fucking
Kid
dope
Rock-
as shit,
he
man.
puts on an
I actually
awesome
started to
show.
listen to him after that,
Yep.
and I still listen to him now, and I love it.
You know who's fucking horrible live? Like the worst band I've ever seen live is Power Man 5000. They're
Oh, yeah.
fucking horrific.
Oh man! So when I saw him back in the day, I saw him at
Dick
Local
my
Bazooka
best
in like
cat.
'97. And I thought they were sick.
So there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Andy Rouse.
What's up, homie?
dude?
Thanks for having me on. This is awesome. I love talking music, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Great.
I remember. I think I was listening to your and Jay's episode, or I think Jay might have had another metalhead on or something. And there's just like a segment, and you guys are just talking metal. It's just eating it
it's-
up, man.
it's
So
great.
like, it's gotta be a couple listeners out there that are gonna fucking dig this.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'd say
There's a-
I started off with like first concert I ever went to was the Beastie Boys. So I was
Oh shit, that's dope as fuck, dude.
yeah, it was pretty wild. But unfortunately, like I was really young when the Beastie Boys were like originally doing their thing. So it's like they never picked up an instrument on stage at this point, obviously. It was like way
Mhm.
into like the intergalactic fucking tour. So
Oh.
it was definitely late phase Beastie Boys, and it was a jumping off point though, you know. Then I heard Fear Factory.
Ah.
My buddy showed me Fear Factory and Slayer right around the same time. And so that's where I started with like those bands. And Fear Factory, man, I'm like shit, I didn't even think to pull up any of their lyrics, but like some of their shit is like, now that I think back to the album Obsolete, it's all talking about humanity becoming obsolete to machines and shit like that. And I'm like, oh man, I should go back and read those lyrics, man. But yeah, so from the Roadrunner Records bands like that, like Slipknot and Sepultura, Soulfly, Machine Head, that was like chapter 1 for me. And then yeah, very similar to Jay, I got into Every Time I Die by seeing them open up for, I think they were opening up for Norma Jean.
Fuck
But
yeah.
at the time, they weren't called Norma Jean. They were still Ludacris.
Ludacris. Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
So they changed that for some reason. They had to, I guess. But when they became Norma Jean, I just thought they got tighter and weirder and more existential. So that was awesome. I was in a cover band playing that shit sometimes. But yeah, from there, just the whole gambit, man. And then lately, it's just been super whatever's crunchy as fuck. Like I'm such a sucker for a super produced, polished sound lately when it comes to metal, especially when you're using like 7, 8, 9 string guitars in some cases. It's like, yeah, man, I want a well-produced machine sounding thing, even though I love that raw sound of like Every Time I Die, especially the live experience of that. it's unbelievable because everybody's feeling that dude's lyrics hard when we're seeing him live, and everybody's jumping up on stage with Keith and jumping it back into the crowd with him. It's awesome, man. I've seen Every Time I Die like 16 times.
You ever notice ETID plays like 20 beats per minute slower live?
Yeah, they do play a lot slower.
They play a lot slower.
I saw them do Hot Damn front to back a few years ago. And it was unbelievable, dude. And they did that floater riff where they get real slow then. And it just got sludgy as fuck. And,
yeah. Yeah. My favorite song off that album is Off Broadway. That's still my favorite fucking song. I fucking love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So this is going to be awesome. I love to me, loving the lyrics and seeing it live.
Yeah.
And being able to scream those lyrics along with your favorite band and shit is like such a
I've
great
like
experience.
tried a bunch of times.
Yeah, I have actually have some band lyrics tattooed on me.
Nice. What do you got?
I have O Muerta from Lamb of God.
Oh, nice. The
And
opener.
it says, for a victim shall say to his assailant, if I die, you are forgiven. But if I live, I will kill you. Such is the rule of honor. And that's tattooed on my back. And I have this big old Viking and scene on the back.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Sick.
I have like an Excalibur sword, and then it like cuts into my back. And in like the back flesh that the sword is going through, it has that quote in blood. And then it comes back, the sword comes back out and then goes into a big old stone in the middle. And then I have like Vikings on one side, and then on the other side, I have a bunch of samurais and a pagoda. And then on the top of each shoulder, I have a big dragon.
Damn.
That's fucking badass.
Yeah.
I can't
canvas.
I mean, it didn't feel badass. It fucking sucked ass.
That dude's fucking hurt, dude. I don't care what anyone says. They're lying, dude. That shit hurts. That shit feels like someone just holding a lighter on it, just burning you.
The back for me is like, I guess, a very sensitive spot, and fucking just killed every part of it. So, yeah. But so there's something, and then I actually have a little tattoo of a little skateboarder guy, and he looks like Eddie from Iron Maiden, and he's wearing a little Slayer shirt, and he has a skateboard, and he's just throwing up horns. And that was my first tattoo that I ever got.
Nice.
My first tattoo was for a rap artist. It kind of looks like a swastika.
That looks like Bolt Stug.
Yeah, I was just about to say
looks
that
like some prison shit. Yeah,
looks like an SS.
No. It's the numbers 4-7. So
does not look like 4-7.
Yeah, looks like some bolts.
That was fucked up the way you saw it, but
you got to look at it like this, like anyone's gonna fucking. Anyone's gonna see it like that.
Fucking.
Hey man, we've all got dumb tattoos.
Anyway, yeah, I was 18, but you know,
I'm a blank canvas.
I have some horrible tattoos.
Supposed to fucking draw attention.
I got Baby Yoda.
Open your fucking.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'll show you, man.
Oh shit,
bro, what?
Yeah, Baby Yoda.
Baby, you just got that like a couple months ago or what?
A year ago.
Yeah, shit just came out like not that long ago.
Oh, wrong arm. Baby Yoda.
Yo.
Oh.
Wild.
That's so cute. You need to get a good quote under there, like Goo Goo Gaga or something. Gaga, or sorry, Gaga Goo Goo.
There you go.
I was very drunk. I was so trashed. It was
your tattoo artist wasn't very drunk because that's pretty clean.
I want Yoda. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do Kermit the Frog.
Baby Grogu.
Well, shit. Want to get into some lyrics, guys? Oh wait,
yeah.
Andy, what was the first album? What was the first album you bought?
Oh man, my very first album ever, my own purchase. I'm bad. It was an Eagles album.
That's
cool. But what's the first like metal band?
First, so that's the weird part. So like then there's the transition, right? So
Eagles of death metal, you mean?
Absolutely fucking not. But no, it was like the Eagles and the Beatles, because for a long time I was just listening to what my parents had shown me. I'm like, I finally get to own my own version of this. And so when I crossed over, it was like Bush and stuff like that. And then
Glycerin.
yeah, and then when I finally bought my first metal album, it was Demanufacture by Fear Factory. Yeah. Solid.
Or my first album was that Rob Zombie album.
Oh
Nice.
shit.
Living
Dude, I
Dead
do
Girl and
not
all that
like
shit.
Rob Zombie.
Oh yeah.
I was
White Zombie or Rob Zombie?
It was
Yeah.
Rob Zombie. It was
Okay.
It was the fucking dun ticka ticka dun ticka ticka wow 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 wow
Okay.
yeah. Okay, we get it.
Because I
we
got
get it.
down on some more Human Than Human and shit.
Yeah, Astro Creep.
Yeah. Astro Creep 2000. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That boy's from that boy's from my neck of the woods and me and Jay's neck of the woods from Massachusetts. Actually, there's a lot of those artists that like from the 90s that were famous as hell from Massachusetts, oddly enough. Like Stained.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Stained.
Oh, Stained.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
I
lot of
hate
people-
my life. You know, that
A
guy.
lot of people don't know, man, that like Massachusetts is
I really
like
liked him.
it's
too.
not the capital, it's not the metal capital of the world, but it's like it's a
It's
satellite.
big. We're all pissed.
fucking huge.
Wintertime. Fucking God. Get
know
out
what
of
I
the
mean?
fucking way.
You could just sit there and run the list, like all that remains, fucking
Yeah.
shit. Now I'm drawing a blank.
Kill switching
but it's a fucking
game.
kill switch. You got fucking
Diecast, if you remember those guys.
Tons of bands.
Diecast got pretty famous for a while.
I know I'm gonna be
Unearth,
listening to
Unearth.
this after going. Yeah, Unearth. Yep.
Yeah, a lot of
Um,
dudes.
Tons of bands.
Yeah. We have a big metal scene up here. A lot of bands love coming to New England and playing up here.
That's
Dude,
for sure.
I did a tour up there, man.
Hell yeah.
We
that's
have
great.
a famous metal band that came out of a town nearby here called Deeds of Flesh.
I've heard of those guys.
That sounds
Yeah.
That's a familiar name.
They're a local band here.
That's cool. I knew a lot
Corn-
of California.
That's all I
bands.
know, man.
Yeah,
I
Corn's
had
out of
some friends up
California.
Yeah, Corn's from Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nothing exciting about Bakersfield.
You hear a lot about it.
Just that is the meth capital or something. California.
I
That's
feel
about
like I
it.
remember something about that.
Fucking Valley Kooks. We don't like those people out here on the coast, man.
Dude, West Coast is meth, East Coast is heroin.
Is that right? I don't know.
Dude, it's insane. It's insane.
Fucking,
Like,
I don't fuck with none of it, so I'm good.
Well, it's just
So-
like everything. My whole fucking county, everyone has like a purple light on their porch.
What does that mean?
But it's some like it's for like opioid awareness or something.
It means like, hey, I got some opioids for sale awareness.
No, I'm pretty sure it means like if someone is like on drugs, then you can like go to their house and like seek refuge or something. And I don't know,
Oh.
but like I can't see any of the people that have the purple lights on their door letting anyone in their fucking house.
Because I remember the homie drug dealers back in the day used to have those on the porch to let people know, like, hey, you can come to my house right now, or no, you can't come to my house right now.
No,
That's
it's
not
like
smart.
that.
That's not.
That's not. Yeah,
Not
that's
very smart.
probably pretty easy to catch on to.
I mean, if you know.
Yeah. Shit, let's get into some fucking lyrics, man.
What about you?
Oh,
What
me?
about you, Shane?
Okay.
Do
shit.
you, bro?
Do
Okay,
you, man?
so
Do you?
I'm like Andy. I always listen to the same old shit as my dad, but my dad did get me into Metallica.
Mm.
So I think that was the first CD that I made a copy of.
It's a gateway drug. Metallica's a gateway drug.
Give Metallica's a gateway.
And then I don't know, for like a long time, honestly, like my older cousin, he would just steal music off of LimeWire and burn me CDs. And so I would just listen to whatever he gave me, and he would just all kinds of different shit, like Slipknot. He had like Breaking Benjamin and shit on there. He had like Vinnie Paz.
Oh, there you go. Army of the
Space.
Pharaohs.
Um,
Yeah, Outer Space. I love all that shit.
Yeah,
that underground
yeah,
rap
yeah.
shit.
yeah, fuck.
Your
yeah.
dad's cool as fuck. Tell him to hit me up. He's probably my age.
Oh no! This is my cousin.
Oh.
No, my dad's fucking 61, 62. Yeah, I got an old dad, but
You guys ever fuck with like Aesop Rock and shit like that?
Fuck yes,
A$AP
all
yeah,
day.
A$AP
So
Rock,
Not
yeah.
Aesop
so wait-
Rocky or whatever that guy's
Yeah,
name is.
okay. So that's been
A$AP
confusing me.
Rock,
I have not
A$AP
listened
Rock.
to that.
tall
then.
ass
Okay.
white dude from New York.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Jew
I've
from New
I've only
York.
heard A$AP
And you know
What
what's
does he
what's
say?
funny
He's-
too is like I always thought he was black because
Me
all
too,
of his albums.
me
I
too.
used to buy his albums. You know what I mean? And he doesn't have any pictures of him in the albums for obvious reasons. And then
I
I'm,
gotta tell a couple of my buddies that.
I saw a fucking
amazing.
I saw a video of it and I'm like, that's a white dude. Does
He's a
anybody see
weird-looking
that? It's
guy.
like, and someone goes, yeah, man, he's a white Jew from New York. And I'm like, what?
What?
He's
Yeah.
got some of the sickest lines I've ever heard anybody.
You know what,
write.
too?
That's
And he
cultural
was getting-
appropriation.
No, he was getting interviewed by a magazine and they asked him, they were like, some people say you make everything up. Do you make everything up? And he's like, I would have to be a fucking genius to make this up. Like, what are you talking about? I don't fucking make it up. And it's like, the thing I love about Aesop too is like, it can be interpreted on multiple levels because he means something very specific and you cannot ascertain whatever the fuck he means because it's so obscure. It's so fucking occulted and all that
amazing.
stuff. And then you get your own interpretation and then your interpretation of what you think his interpretation is. And it's fucking, it works on so many levels. I took
That's awesome.
way
That's
too many
how I
mushrooms.
started
I took way too many mushrooms one night, like a fucking half ounce. I ended up just like in a bush somewhere, but I had all of his albums on my iPod and I was just laying there all night. I think I listened to Appleseed and fucking the one with Daylight and fucking all that shit on it. Like it was the most incredible experience of my life. Actually, it wasn't the most incredible experience of my life, but it's up there.
Dude, yeah, for me, man, Aesop Rock was like the equivalent of Keith Buckley from Every Time I Die in the hip hop world because of all the things you just said, how you get your own interpretation out of what he's saying, but it's so beautiful and poetic. Like, God, so many lines like, this cat is asking if I've seen his bitter lost passion. And I told him, yeah, but only as I pedaled past it.
Yep.
Or like, I would climb up on a ladder with a Coke and a bag of chips to watch 1,000 lemmings plummet just because the first one slipped. Just it's
Fuck
all
yeah.
of it
And then
is so nuts.
and all the literary references, it's always so obscure. Like I'm always surprised at how many people have not read Catch 22. Like I feel like everybody should have read that. And it's like, and in Big Bang, he's gotta be a big bang, gotta be a big bang. Bottle me up and probably I want to see a yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? And so that's like straight out of fucking Catch 22. Sir, yes, sir, sir, yes, sir. You know what I mean? And it's just like, what I love about that song is like, so that's all Blockhead, that whole album. And then it fucking has that drop at the end where it goes down like 40 or 50 beats per minute. And then it goes, it just like goes all in. It's so fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like he's just, it's
I'm officially
untouchable.
closed for conversation or so. I can't remember how he ends that, but it's slow and sludgy and boom. It just like ends it.
I forget.
We're talking about hip hop lyrics.
forget.
We introduce ourselves as metalheads. I love it.
Because all music is great,
It's
man.
great, man, across the board.
Yeah.
Shit, one of you
Yeah,
guys.
I'll
who we
read
going with?
something.
Let's go.
I'll read
Let's go with
something,
Andy.
man.
You dude, tell me what
So speaking of
what's-
Keith Buckley, man, from Every Time I Die, I'll read this, and it's
Every Time I Die.
I
What
could
am
have
looking
picked
up?
out. I could have picked out one of so many of his songs because so many of his lyrics don't necessarily speak to me on a personal level, but you get this weird mythology out of his lyrics. It's as if you're watching the perspective of like a wild-eyed crazy man watching the world fall apart. And his lyrics are so intense, and he writes novels now and they're just as deep.
Oh, I read one of his
flipping in
novels. It
verse.
was fucking great. It was like
Was
it
it
was
his
like an autobiography
Scale?
kind of. Yeah, Scale. Yep.
It was
It was
beautiful,
dope.
man. Especially as a musician, as a traveling musician, anyone who's in that life would love that
Fuck
book,
that
I bet.
shit.
But all right, here we go. It's called Chomping at the Bit.
Mhm.
We drew a crowd. The crowd drew blood, fawning swindlers. There's a shark in the stream where the newborns are baptized. Who let the flatterer into the gallery on our sweet 16? Take him against the wall for the witness. This is doom in a borrowed suit. It's a pickup line at a funeral. Cannibals alongside the catwalk, but it's okay. We've got old blood and our veins are rooted to the hornet's nest again. New love is tasteless. We're wearing down. This is the year of the party crasher. What is charm? Where are the heroics? What is harm to the perfumed wrists of the stoics? Designer imposters find us twitching in the claws of the snake. A fin is circling around in the floor. It appears we've lost our way. The tide is swelling and we've fallen asleep on the shore. Get inside. Someone's yelling fire in the theater. Oh, dear God, everybody stay calm. Tell your husband that his screaming just invited it in. The horsemen are crashing through the gates. We had better learn to play dead. Our hands are reeking of rapture. It's dripping from our chin. The tragedy of infant hearts. But it's okay. We've got old blood and our hair is woven to the same hotel again. We're wearing down. This is the year of the party crasher. It's you and me for the first time in history. We're history.
Time in history. We're history. Yo, what's so dope
Jake,
is that
with Jake from Glassjaw doing that on the album.
Yep. And it's so fucking dope. And it's like when it's a someone's yelling fire. Someone's yelling. Oh, it's so fucking good. Yeah.
I wish we wouldn't get in trouble. We could like play a little snippet of the riff that John each
can.
songs.
You can play like up to 30 seconds, I think.
Word.
It's so fucking dope.
As long as because there's people on fucking YouTube that like do whole songs and then they just have to stop it and then make like their critique and then they can play the rest of it. Then they do that shit all day long. So
Word.
I mean, you could totally play like 30 seconds as long as we're doing critiques and stuff and we're not using it for other uses. We can do that.
You know, it's weird. I opened my Spotify and it says it's playing right now, but I don't hear it. So maybe I would have to share the screen, right?
I can play it.
Yeah, yeah. Play like 10 seconds, 20 seconds of it or something like that. We do that to each song.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Freak the audience out in a lot of different ways.
Okay. How far into the song you want me to play?
Just start at the beginning because the riffage is just, or actually, we could try to find that part. The someone's yelling fire.
Someone,
part.
yeah.
God, I think it would probably be like halfway.
It'll probably be halfway through. Yeah, because it's the breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire! Right before
that's
that.
the part. That's the part.
It's circling around in the floor. It appears we've lost our way. Now the tide is swelling and we've fallen asleep on the shore.
Jaws reference.
Get inside! Get inside! Someone's yelling fire! Someone's yelling fire! Someone's yelling fire! In the theater! Oh dear God,
It's so fucking dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh man, I would have picked a different song if I knew we were gonna play some shit because my shit is not gonna bump.
What? No, it doesn't. I mean, we're bumping it.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Right?
No, you're
And
cool.
that's what-
It's fine. No, I'm just saying.
You know what I loved about Gutter Phenomenon? That was like the first CD where people started falling off of Every Time I Die. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, this album is fucking incredible. You know what I mean? And I think it was just because they had the singer from My Chemical Romance on track too. The whatever the Tiger one.
Oh, I didn't even know he was on there with them.
When I'm on her mind.
I thought that was Keith.
Coming back. No, that's Gerard.
Oh
Yeah. No, that's the
God.
dude from My Chemical Romance. Yeah. It's fucking, and that song is so fucking good. And
Two times is what it takes. Yeah, dude.
Two time is what it takes.
Every Time I Die actually turned me into a rock and roll fan.
Yeah, and and then they got that song. What's that one? It's it starts off with the beer can opening.
Baby. Yeah, the New Black.
Got me all right.
Basically talking about selling out and making fun of people saying that they
Exactly.
sold out because they didn't. They still play hardcore venues in like basements and shit. It's
Exactly, and they did that back on a Ebola Rama. That was like it was in the
Buffalo Roller Kingdom or whatever.
Yeah, it was in the same vein as Ebola Rama because like that was it was so fucking good. I fucking love Every Time I Die.
So Andy, what do you gather? What do you gather from this song, Champing at the Bit?
Yeah.
So this, to me, it's always been him talking about anxiety, first of all. But I think when Jay mentioned about like, you know, Aesop, how you could gather your own perspective out of his lyrics, I do the same thing with Keith all the time. So for like 20 years now, I've been reading this dude's lyrics. And like I said, it's like a wild-eyed crazy man just witnessing the world fall apart. And Yeah, he talks a lot about religion in his writing, and he's just interested in religion. It seems the same way I'm interested in it. He wasn't necessarily raised super religious. He's just fascinated by it, and just like a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
And so he weaves it in, and he talks about that a lot. Like I have another song by them that we'll come around to, because it's just, he's my favorite lyricist, I think, because of the way he writes about
listening to him.
A lot of times it's not necessarily, he's not even talking about what I think he's talking about,
Yeah,
but
it's not a cogent thought. It's more of a collection of just like points in time, right?
Yeah.
But in poetic terms, he's very much a poet.
However, more recently, and I do want to do that. I'll get
It's
more
crazy.
towards his more recent lyrics, because he's become more of a much personal writer. And ever since he had his daughter, and his wife and daughter almost died while the process was happening during a blizzard in Buffalo, while he was on tour, driving back through it hungover, like his whole life changed. And the whole Low Teens album, the lyrics are very not like apocalyptic like his normal lyrics that I love, but I still loved it because it was such a deep personal cut out of this dark soul that I've related to for so long.
Yeah.
So it was pretty sick.
And that first track on Low Teens, I always thought sounded like a ripoff of The Chariot, which
they're best friends.
and this will kind of, this is like a transition into the song that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about The City by The Chariot. This is one of my favorite Chariot songs, and I thought it was a great song to bring up for conspiracy theorists and activists generally, because the second half of this song is just like, it gives me fucking chills every single time. And it's like, because now this guy immediately, like, he paints the picture for you. What it is like, it's the masses revolting, which is basically what this song is about. And it's like, but it's this guy, and he is like the leader of this movement. And it's just, you can see it. It's fucking like, in my mind, it's raining and he's screaming to a crowd through a fucking bullhorn. You know what I mean? And it's like,
fucking, what's that song called?
It's called The City. And I'll put the second half of the song. This is how it goes. It says, so it's like, this is just a revolt. And it says, calm rose, violent wind, the only surrender tonight shall not be our own. They cannot escape, one if by land, two if by sea, because I saved my money, but it can't save me. And maybe there's blood from the past, but it's not from me. They can take away one man, they can take away his mic, but they cannot take us all. No, they can't dig a hole the right size to fit all of our dreams. No, they can't bury me. They can't bury me. We can't hope that somebody else takes our place. No, we can't hope that somebody else takes our place. May the history book read of all of our names, be it blood, be it ink, but at least we were free. This has only been a fraction of what I have to say, but it must be said, and it must be said that if I leave this earth tonight, may it be said that I spoke with my peace. Yeah, I spoke with the wrath of his grace, calm rose. Come violent wind, we stand hand in hand, but we walk without fear. This is a revolution. And then it fucking busts into the chant, the whoa.
Josh fucking Skojan.
Fucking
say his name.
Play the second half of The City.
Dude, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
We can start like it's probably like around, I'll tell you.
Dude, I what I was gonna say earlier, what Andy was saying, for that was like really like cohesive lyrics that, like, you know, he was actually like making a statement. You could like absolutely follow what he was saying. Where but also this still applies to what I'm gonna say, but the music adds so much context to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yes.
because
You
the
know?
music, it's so open. It's the Chariot. You know what I'm saying? They do that fucking feedback. This particular song is just
Dude,
one
the
chord. It's one
ridiculous.
fucking chord for the
Right.
second half of the song. The dun dun.
Dude,
dun,
my
dun,
favorite song
dun.
is Speak. It's just a piano and him
It
screaming.
is fucking dope. My favorite Chariot song is David De La Haas with the guy from The Listener, and that's that. It's off that same album. But start start the city from about like 132.
132.
Yeah, and just let it ride. Fucking YouTube.
Okay. I'm not posting on YouTube.
We're
Just going on the
We're doing
RSS
critiques
feed.
anyway, so it doesn't matter. They can't
Oh,
ding
yeah.
us.
Fuck yeah.
Should I turn that down?
How do we do that?
I mean, I do it. I'm just doing it on the music player.
Enough is enough, 'cause we cannot be like heroes. Violent wind, the only surrender tonight shall not be our own. But I cannot escape. What if I land? Two if I see, because I save my money, but it can't save me. And maybe there's blood from the past, but it's not from me. They can take away one man, they can take away his mind, but they cannot take us all. No, they can't take all the right sides to bed. All my trace, oh, they can't bury me. They can't bury me. Oh, we can't hope that somebody else take our place. No, we can't hope that somebody else take our place. It's straight betrayed with all of our lives. Be it blood, be it anger, but at least we were free. This is only but a fraction of what I'm gonna say, but it must be said. It must be said. And if I leave this earth tonight, may it be said that I spoke my peace here. I spoke with the wrath of this grace of rose. I'm writing when we still in it here, but we want with the and this is a revolution.
I got chills.
That's what I'm saying.
Watching the live video.
And it's like you can fucking hear like his voice. So he starts off, doing his regular scream, but he just becomes so much more emphatic as it goes along. And it's just like he is the best at this one. He's got one fucking tone. You know what I mean? He is not versatile whatsoever. He's got he's a one-trick pony, but it's
going down.
And just like it grabs you. You know what I mean? It's like that's probably why they kicked him out of Norma Jean. You know what I mean? Like he's just too.
Dude,
he's
that's
too
68.
He's got one fucking
Ferocious.
thing.
He doesn't work in Norma Jean, and he didn't work for them anymore. Like the music didn't.
Yeah,
even
but
fit
Bless the
anymore.
Martyr, Kiss the Child. Like
That was
so
perfect.
fucking good.
Perfect.
You know what I mean?
Dude, my
But,
vocalist saw them on their farewell tour, and he said it was just fucking insane. The drummer, like the last song, just picked up the drum set and moved the whole thing to the middle of the crowd.
You
And
talking
then
about the Chariot or Norma Jean?
the Chariot?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Nuts. I saw him play the song I got chills during the anthem part, seeing
Because
them
you could-
live open up for Every Time I Die upstairs in like Western Mass, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, and you can
tiny
see
little
like,
bar.
Like now I do this thing like I'm like a big daydreamer, and like when I'm listening to music, I just pretend in my mind that I'm the singer. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And fucking like I picture that every time, just a room full of like 65 people, right? Like in like a pizza place. Right. And I'm just like on top of the table, like, you know what I mean? And I'm crying because I'm so touched by everybody. Like, what?
Everyone
People
else
I
is
cut
crying.
grass for, man. Some of the people I cut grass for must be like, what the fuck? So I'm just on the mower, just singing. I'm like,
Hey, you're just like, yeah, you're pushing the grass mower, just like the total, and it's totally a symbol of capitalism. It's just like, this is a revolution. It's like, hey, you don't sound cool at all. You just sound like, yeah, no, it's and that like I said, that song gives me chills. David De La Hoz gives me chills too, because like I don't know if you guys know what song I'm talking about. off of
I'd know it
it's
if
off
I
of
heard
Long
it.
Live. And it's like it's got the singer. Well, he's not a singer. He's a poet. He's a slam poet. The Listener. They have this incredible song called Wooden Heart, and it's like, and he's like, they're from the South. And it's that one is, well, I can see inside the words of silence, but I can't speak about your pain for you. How long can you burn for anyway? Running over and over again like tongues ablaze. You don't remember that song, David Dillahaz?
Yeah.
And then it breaks down. They have that awesome video where they're walking through the studio. It looks like the Chariots, like it looks like one of their houses, but it's like they started and their kids like playing fucking Wii and shit. Like there's a child sitting there, and then he walks through into the studio, and it's like it's a one shot kind of a video, and they come to that live part, but it's got that just dirty. It's like it breaks down, and then he screams with like no music, just a little bit of feedback, and it's just like fangs, braid, fangs, do 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 do. It's so fucking dirty. It's
Dude,
so
there's somebody listening right now that knows that song. It's just like,
oh yeah,
absolutely
getting it with you like right now. Like
I always loved that. I always loved the Chariot had that music video where they, as the musicians, were like monsters invading a city, and the city was drawn like a kid's cartoon on like construction paper.
It's Wars and Rumors of War.
Yes, it's so fucking sick, man. Oh, man, they were so
and that
good.
album was fucking dope too. The Fiance was fucking dope.
They were a force.
Well,
Dan, what do you got for me, man?
Man, something not as cool as you guys.
Oh, man, that's not
Don't talk it down.
But here we go. Here it is. Yeah. Take me through the centuries to supersonic years. Electrifying enemy is drowning in his tears. All I have to give you is love that never dies. The symptom of the universe is written in your eyes. Mother Moon, she's calling me back to her silver womb. Father of creation takes me from my stolen tomb. 700th unicorn is waiting in the skies, a symptom of the universe, a love that never dies. Take my hand, my child of love, come step inside my tears. Swim the magic ocean I've been crying all these years. With our love, we'll ride away into eternal skies, a symptom of the universe, a love that never dies. Woman, child of love's creation, come and step inside my dreams. In your eyes, I see no sadness. You're all that loving means. Take my hand and we'll go riding through the sunshine from above. We'll find happiness together in summer skies of love.
Sweet.
It's a symptom of the universe by Black Sabbath.
Dude.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Man.
And I fucking love Black Sabbath. I didn't even know that was a Black Sabbath song. What album is that off of? Is that volume 4?
I can't even remember, dude.
Is it off that album with Supernaut?
I don't know.
Dude,
I just know I love the fucking song. There's so many fucking albums of shit, dude, in my head, and I just get lost.
Hell yeah, man. I can tell why you love that. There's so much symbolism in those lyrics.
Oh man. And so that's one of the main reasons why I chose that song is because when I was gonna create a podcast, that was one of the names that I was thinking about using for the title of it's from Sabotage.
Yeah, that is off Sabotage. That's fucking right.
So that was one of the names I was going to use for the title of the podcast, just because I think sometimes everything is more or less just a symptom of the universe, of the fractal nature of our reality, more so than people controlling everything and having control of everything that goes on. I think the planets themselves and everything kind of control more of our reality and our electricity in our bodies that change and alter our path through life more so than everything else. And I think these fuck faces get too much credit for the shit they don't even do. And so symptom of the universe kind of everything's just a symptom. It's not it's not really everything that we think it is. It's you know, so that's kind of my song right there. But play it though, because it's the fucking shit too. It's a good ass song.
Dude, I fucking love Black Sabbath.
This is old.
Yep.
Dude, I'd like never even listened to the lyrics. Like,
Yo,
read the
best-
lyrics of the song.
best
It's like
drummer
one my
of his
favorite
period.
songs.
Best drummer.
Like,
Underrated as well.
did you guys ever play Brutal Legend? It's the
Yeah.
Black
Yeah,
video
I
game,
play
dude.
that shit.
That game was fucking
It was fucking awesome,
Way
dude.
too short, but it was amazing, dude. This
Yeah.
this
I was
like a
thinking
metal
about it.
guitar
the other
hero?
day,
Song all the time.
playing guitar and blasting people with fucking lyrics.
shoot lightning out of your fucking
comes
face
out of it.
melter, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, I literally haven't heard this song since high school.
I know, right?
Well, thank you.
This is
Thank
awesome.
you.
Take me through the centuries to supersonic years. Electrifying enemy is drowning in his tears. All I have
Fucking
to
love
give
Ozzy, dude.
is a love that never dies. The symptom of the universe is written in your eyes.
Nobody played drums like this at the
Nobody
time.
played drums like that, dude. Oh my god.
This is like fucking 67, 72.
Yeah, and if you want to get into esoteric stuff, I mean, how much more esoteric can you get than
Bro,
Black
dude.
Sabbath?
Fucking
Yeah.
Black
They
Sabbath.
wrote a lot of songs. Mr. Crowley. And,
Dude, this is an Ozzy
my
song, but
favorite
over the
song.
mountain.
Ooh, yeah.
I fucking love Over the Mountain.
Anything Dio. Love Dio.
Oh, Dio.
Yeah. Heaven
I've
and
seen-
Hell.
I've seen
Yes.
Dio with Black Sabbath, and I've seen Ozzy with Black Sabbath, and I've
Whoa.
seen Dio and Ozzy both by themselves. Also,
That's amazing, dude.
That's like
Yeah.
the fucking fect or quad
yeah, it is.
right there, right.
Not fair.
That's my most happiest thing.
You
I
guys
got.
listen to Heaven and Hell?
Heaven and I just said
Yes,
Heaven and
dude.
Hell.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck
Heaven
yeah.
and Hell's
man.
great.
Unbelievable
Yeah.
album.
Dio's
Dio-
fucking
No, not
amazing.
the album. The band Heaven and Hell.
Oh no.
Dude, it was Dio's band right before he died. It was basically, I think it was the guitar player
Rainbow.
for Black Sabbath, the bass player Black Sabbath, and Dio, and they had a different drummer because the Black Sabbath
Yeah,
drummer was like
yeah.
sick or something.
Heaven and Hell, the band.
Oh my god, it was so sick. You guys
Yeah,
gotta
there's
check
a-
that out.
Maybe
dude.
I am
Breaking
thinking.
into Heaven.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of then. All
Dude,
these guys
Breaking into Heaven.
interchanged in bands
Yeah, they
so
did.
often.
Yeah,
That's
you can.
this is
It also
So
felt
bad.
like Dio was punching down, like joining Black Sabbath. Like Dio was
Really?
too good. He was way too good for Sabbath. I loved it. You know, I
Yeah.
loved the fucking album. He was way too good for Sabbath.
his vocals were so incredible.
He was on a
could
whole
hit
nother level.
notes,
Dio
yeah.
is just like fucking. You know what I'm talking?
I
Like,
definitely could
Bruce
bust into
Ray.
some of those songs too.
And you know
This is
what?
the
Okay,
Rainbow
so
and
Kill
Dark.
Switch.
That
What did you
slow
think about-
vibrato, bro?
What did you think about Kill Switch doing Ride the Tiger?
Didn't that?
I would
wait,
have liked it a lot more if I would have liked it a lot more if Jesse Leach had. done
Don't
it
say
with
Jesse
Howard.
Leach. Fuck that shit.
This whole
Howard
guy-
Jones.
No, I'm not a fan. I never was because I also didn't like Blood Has Been Shed either. I
All right,
wasn't a big fan. I mean, I went to see them a bunch
Hang
of
on,
times.
just let me hear you say that again. Let me hear you say that again. Say
I
you
said-
didn't like Blood Has Been
Headphones are
Shed.
I said I went to see Blood Has Been Shed probably about 7-8 times. So I gave them a lot of money. And just among the other bands in their subgenre, I wasn't the biggest fan of Howard's style for the most part. But and yeah, Jesse, I just mutual friends with a bunch of people, and I just love the passion behind his singing. It was a different type to me. I don't know. I seen Jesse live, man. Oh my God, he was a force to be reckoned with. It still is. I
mean,
guess.
I love Jesse.
Yeah, he has his
you
own
know.
podcast.
Oh,
But,
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
mainly about
shit.
music. He actually had
I'm
Keith
a-
Buckley on, and it was a fucking killer talk.
Oh no shit! I'm gonna email that motherfucker. Have
Dude.
you already emailed him?
I have not emailed Jesse, but I've emailed Keith. So we'll see. I doubt
We gotta
that's gonna
fucking. We
happen.
gotta fucking double tap that. We gotta.
We
get that
should
shit going.
try. We really should.
We should
try.
do a share cast. Do a share cast.
I'd be totally down for that. Like,
yeah,
just
yeah. I'm gonna work on that. We'll do that shit.
because I think both of those dudes, if they could hear some of what we talk about, they'd be okay with doing our shows. If they just saw like the main topics and who we were associated with, they'd probably be like, no.
That's when I'd be like, hey, Jesse.
Dare I say their publicist would probably be saying that for them, to be honest.
I'm probably like, hey,
these guys are pretty primo.
Coat, bro.
I'd say, hey man, I got this band called George Orwell the Musical. If you want to listen to it. And I always say too, if you like metal, you'll fucking like George Orwell. Like, you know what I mean? I've never run into anybody that's been like, yeah, you guys are right. You know what I mean? It's like,
I mean, they're okay.
Okay, yeah, no. Like, you know what I love doing? I love going to play a show in front of people that don't know who we are. Because like those immediately they're like, what the fuck? Like it happens all the time. I had this one guy, we played a show out in Western Mass. It was like near fucking is it like Greenfield? Is that what that place is called? Near Northampton. Yeah, we played a show up there. There was this one guy, he was like 6'4", like 500 pounds. And he was we were in the middle of playing a song and he was just like this.
Mouth gaped.
And when we finished playing the song, I said, that's why I play right there. And he was like, he looked behind him like, what? I was like, you right there. No, it was fucking.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Because we used to play this song. Well, we used to play a lot of our songs are meant to be played sequentially, right? So we'll play blocks of songs together. There's we would play these two songs. It would come out to like 9 minutes, and it was like just brutal, and then more brutal, and then more brutal, and it would just like, and then it had this ultra super brutal. It was The Personality Must Die into the Death of Belief. And it was supposed to be like the end of the first half of the Hegelian Dialectic was our first album.
It's so sick, dude. It's such a sick album. Whatever you've shown me is so nasty.
Not 2084. 2084 you've heard. I don't think you've heard the Hegelian Dialectic.
Okay, all right. Well, I'd like
the Hegelian Dialectic we did back in like 2012. And these two particular songs together are so fucking brutal. That's awesome. Like it's like I said, it's long, but we did like a playthrough that I put all kinds of animations to and shit like that. And it's cool. Like, I mean, I don't want to tie up the podcast, but I'll fucking but like fucking I'll send it to you guys. Like once we get off, I'll fucking screen share it. And it's like, it's just like so brutal.
Yes.
But like that's what I love doing. And fucking yeah. It's brutal.
Dude, my other band, it's pretty brutal, man. If you listen to my old band Silent on Fifth Street, he's the ex-vocalist. He's the guy on the record. David Scott, shout out David. He's doing vocals on it. We're called Death Defying Dynamic Duo.
Nice. That's awesome.
It's brutal. It's brutal as fuck.
You said Silent on Fifth Street?
Yeah, Silent on Fifth Street. That was us. It's a good album. It's a good album. My buddy, shout out Jeremy Johnson. He wrote most of the songs. Shout out fucking Sean Levy. Shout out fucking Zach Elwood. Silent on Fifth Street OGs. Yeah, dude. So I guess I'm gonna get into my song.
Cool, man.
All right, let's see if you guys can figure out what the song this is by just me reading the lyrics. Then I'll play the song.
Cool.
All right. Connect these signs. The evidence will lend itself to be more than just a lie. I'm not asking much, just a simple request that you think for yourself once in this goddamn life. Fuck. Forward. The violent state of mind, obsolete and taking the backseat. Reach for the stars. Control the fucking skies. Can you silence your opinion of what I'm about to say? Go on and let the mind perceive. Neglect the sense of ignorance to alter life. Embrace the beauty from inside. We are one. We are the strength of the universe at heart. Construct the light. Implorer of the energy. Bestow the understanding. Yeah.
That sounds like The Contortionist.
Kind of pretty close. Kind of close. What do you got for me?
I have no clue.
Periphery.
I was just gonna fucking say Periphery. I swear to God, I was just gonna say Periphery, I was gonna bring them up too.
Dan threw me off.
What album?
P2 did Periphery too.
Okay, that's why they're familiar,
too.
because that's where I fell off. Right after that
man.
album, I was done.
Oh, me too.
Me too.
Me
Oh
too.
man, but Blood Eagle though. Oh my
I actually
God.
haven't given their newer material a chance, and I should, just on a musical level, because Misha and Mark are still fucking geniuses.
Dude,
And
fucking
fucking Matt Halpern
Matt
on the
Halpern.
drums is
But,
Halpern
yo,
on the
fucking
drums.
Alpha and Omega though. Alpha and Omega, like I listened to that on repeat for like 2
Really?
years straight. I fucking love.
I think
Alpha
you
and
told me
Omega.
that, and I told you I would give it a chance, and I still haven't because my memory is dog shit.
Yeah, that's
should
all right.
do
I
that.
can dig it. But yeah, like they got that song called it's that song about, I think it's called MK Ultra, and it's so fucking good.
I like that song.
Like they do what I love is that Alpha and Omega is like a recurring theme set of albums. And so there's like
couldn't get into
there's
it.
reprises, and there's fucking did you just say you can't get into it?
I couldn't get into it, man. Like I fucking love Periphery, man, but like I just like I don't know, I haven't given a chance in it like years now, but I didn't like it when it came out.
This happened to
It's
me
like-
with Between the Buried and Me.
I love Periphery 2 so much that I just wanted more songs that sounded like P2.
Me too.
And,
Like Scarlet and
that whole
Frogging
album.
Bullfish and
Yes, dude.
Maramos. Yeah, yeah. But yeah. Anyway, those lyrics are fucking epic. Every song on that album has really deep lyrics, and I think Spencer is a very personal writer. He's got that fun song "Make Total Destroy," which is awesome. In the music video, they did like mustard versus ketchup, and it was fucking hilarious. But man, like his lyrics on some of those songs, like almost bring me to tears. Like that song where it's like, and it hurts to know that you're not coming back again. Like whatever that song is about, where he drops that line, it's man, yeah. Spencer's got some good lyrics. He just needs to shut up a little bit. Let the music breathe. Like you're dealing with three of the best guitarists in 2021.
Yeah, dude.
You know, and 2015, you need to shut up just a little bit more.
I struggle with that too. No, I definitely struggle with that. Like I always felt like that was my thing with 2084 was I was like, all right, well, so with the Hegelian dialectic, I spoke every single fucking second that I could. So with 2084, I was like, all right, I'm gonna ride in the beat like Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna ride that shit. But like you're totally right that he does need to shut the fuck up sometime. But
sometimes he's got great moments.
And he's got such a good fucking voice. You know what I mean? Like you can't touch that.
Dude,
you know what I mean? He's got the pipes
without like the vocal tuning and shit. I know they did on P2. There was no vocal tuning on P2. That was
dude. You know what happened, man? So Spence sounded one way when he was covering a lot of the older Periphery material written by all the other dudes that played vocals.
and they all auto-tuned.
But then they went on tour with Protest the Hero, and then suddenly Spencer just had that soulfulness to his voice. He totally got it from that dude, and like that dude inspired the shit out of Spencer's voice. And then I don't know, but Blood Junkie is like my favorite fucking song from those guys. Protest the Hero was Blood Meat.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, off of fucking Alpha, fucking Rainbow Gravity. You know what I mean? Like that shit is so fucking dope. You know what I mean? And it's like he and he's got that till we finally it's like I gotta fucking look up the lyrics. You guys talk.
Well, hey, I got a song for us if we're ready. It's
I want to go back. I want to get back to my favorite fucking lyrics. I mean, part of this song.
Yeah.
Is the chorus and the very first I guess verse or whatever you want to call it. Like, connect these signs. The evidence will lend itself to be more than just a lie. I'm not asking much. It's a simple request that you think for yourself once in this goddamn life. Fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty epic.
Play it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna be surprised if you, Dan. Have you ever heard Periphery?
Dude, I haven't heard like half the shit you guys talk about.
Oh, dude, this is gonna blow your fucking mind.
Periphery.
Fuck yeah.
I got to go
Fucking
back to that album, man.
So
Yeah.
fire, dude.
You need to listen to Alpha Omega.
I
That's what
guess
you need
I
to do.
fucking do.
I'll try it again.
Yo.
I'll try it again.
Oh, so
Yeah.
there's a song called Rainbow Gravity, and the part that I'm talking about says what does it say? It's like, can we find a place where we finally can think for ourselves? Our thoughts are unspoken. We can fly, yes, if we can store. Staring in the face, and it's so dope too. You know what I mean? It's like this. It's like, can we finally find a place where we can soar? It's so fucking like, you know what I mean? But it's like it reaches that climax. It's a very climactic moment. As like that album, those albums are made of climactic moments with like breakdowns in between them all, and it's just like. It's that the MK Ultra song too is track 2 on that fucking it. And if you read the lyrics for MK Ultra, I haven't read them in a little while, but it's like it's very much it reminds it's called 22 Faces. That's what it's called. And it's I think it's based off of the book 22 Faces of Jenny Hill. Right. So it was the woman that was that by Dr. Greenbaum. Yeah. She was MK Ultra'd by Dr. Greenbaum. Right. You know, out of Operation Paperclip. I think that's where he got the idea for it. And it's like,
yeah, Periphery is a force to be reckoned with, man. I
Yes,
really
they
have
fucking
not.
are.
I've kind of just, I haven't listened to them in so long. I don't know why. I think I just didn't like what came after P2. So I just drifted, and I haven't gone back to look at, like, for instance, I loved August Burns Red for a long time. And then Leveler came out, and I was like, this is dog shit. And I walked away, and I haven't been back, but I think, maybe I should go back and see what they've been up to, because Constellation was possibly one of the best rock metal/rock albums.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. But yeah, I got a cool song if you're ready for one.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Should I read it?
Read
it without telling you what it is,
Yeah,
Yeah,
What
fuck
just
yeah.
happened?
What happened?
Good, Dan? You good?
The screen all flickered and shit.
Oh, ghosts. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Just ghosts. All right,
That's
ready?
fine.
Starts off with "Let's Go," so you know it's going to be really deep. America, our wasteland, where death is entertainment. The place where moving forward means you turn the other direction. A place where reality existed and we still continue to bleed. Red, white, and blue for ourselves and who. And they still hold the truth, so we say, fuck you. My country disagreed, sweet land of idiocracy. This is our endless war. While we still have liberty, let's take back our justice for all. We can march at sundown upon Capitol Hill. We're calling you out. Come face us now and see your true war. Let's take it back. We the people have spoken against our endless war. And I could go on and on. There's a million verses here, but
Is that on
I
Earth?
don't know that song.
not on Earth. But let me pick out another verse from it. Let's see. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This world is ours. Let's take it back and give them their war. It's pretty powerful shit.
Damn.
And that is from 2008, like 18, maybe earlier, by Whitechapel, called Our
dude, I
Endless
had Whitechapel
War.
vibes, dude.
And that is the most ferocious,
Oh my dude, I
like
don't know how he
stand up
does that.
for shit kind of anthem I've heard in a long time. I've listened to
fucking
that often.
badass.
I listen to that more often now because I can't get myself to listen to As the Palace Burns anymore by Lamb of God, which was my previous favorite anthem of like take down the government and shit.
Yeah, man.
That one doesn't work.
Gotta get your
anymore for
vaccine
me.
to go see them.
Yeah, do you remember, Andy, when we were talking about what's Rage been up to in 2020,
Dude.
2021? What's Rage been up? Well, it turns out that Rage has it's like it's like a Bank of America stadium where everybody has to be vaccinated, and they're urging people to get vaccinated for their show.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo,
Fuck you.
what the fuck happened?
You didn't hear
Guerrilla
about their name
Radio.
change, bro?
What happened?
Rage Against the Machine, brought to you by Capitol Records from day.
Yeah. And you
That's
know what?
the
We
problem.
used to do we used to do such
Have
a
a stock.
we used to do such a dope cover of Down
Black
Rodeo.
Rock.
Like, we used to do
my
a
favorite
really good-
song.
It sounds actually perfect. Like I have a video floating around somewhere, I think on Facebook, and like we did a perfect version of. Oh, you know, what we also used to do was Sweet Pea from System of a Down.
Oh,
We used to do that all the time. Actually, that's on
a
our
fucked up
YouTube.
song.
Yo, yeah, it is.
Shane, find that Whitechapel.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, get that white in.
White
I
Chapel.
want to hear it.
What is it? What was it?
Our Endless War.
Remember when bands used to write songs about
I thought you were just gonna stop at write
politics
songs.
and and like what's going on in the world,
Yeah, I do.
like protest type songs and shit. Like you don't
Dude,
hear
that's
that
what we're
anymore.
trying to do,
Everything's
man.
just now about fucking drugs and girls.
I mean, I didn't say nothing.
All right, ready? Oh, I think you got to fast forward if it's that music video. They're like behind stage for a while. There you go.
Okay, that's brutal.
Okay.
Let this go.
They got
for a
the
bit.
hardcore. They got the hardcore band shit going on.
Let's go. Like that too.
He's ferocious.
This dude's like 5'6".
Yeah, he is.
Fucking damn good Sabbath. You know what I like about this is that you can hear the vocals. You can like hear the words he's pronunciating them well, and
He's
you
a
can
very good
still
vocalist.
like hear the fucking
Yeah, dude.
I always like
at the same time.
I always made sure that I took pains to make sure that you could hear what the fuck I was saying because it's easy to get lost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this part's so sick.
I was just looking up some lyrics for a song. And the lyrics were so fucking sissy. Yeah, there's like a fucking death metal song, and they're like, "Brrr, ah," and shit, and then it's like, I love the flowers and the petunias, and
It's like Morbid Angel.
it was Black Winter Day by fucking Amorphous.
Oh, nice.
That sounds like the heaviest part of the song.
It is.
Oh shit! I was just thinking, dude. Back to Alpha and Omega, dude. Alpha and Omega from Danza 4, featuring this man's.
Yes.
Bro.
Oh.
Yo, and you know what I always love about seeing bands live is it sounds so complicated, but when you see them play, it's like bam, boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, bam, bam. You're like, I could play that, and then you could look at the tabs and you're like, oh no, I can't play that.
Oh,
Except
Dude,
when I
I
saw
tried to learn
Periphery.
Rudy
Oh my
it's not
God.
me, man.
Yeah, Rudy. Oh.
The next band I'm gonna share, like, dude, this guitarist, fucking insane. Like, I don't even know how the fuck he does this shit, dude.
Nice.
But
Nice.
I'm gonna
Alright,
switch it
wait.
up for you guys.
Fuck
not
yeah.
gonna,
Listen,
not
listen
gonna
to,
be some new metal.
listen to this skinny, 5'6" badass of a man.
That's like Corpse Grinder.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
You know what
that
the trick
Phil?
is, right? You know the trick?
Yeah, dude, that's fucking Phil.
That's Phil.
Skittles.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
It was really good. This is Whitechapel still?
This is the Danza. This is the Tony Danza tap dance extravaganza.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah,
I saw Tony Danza once.
Dude, me too, man.
Oh my
was
god!
Tony
But you know what's
Danza.
fucked up is they headlined it, and by the time they played like 4 songs, we got shut down. It was like at a VFW, they got shut down, and then we're like, "What do you mean?" And they were like, "Can we just play one song?" And what was dope was everybody in the band except for the singer and the drummer was like 40 fucking years old. They were all balding. They were all playing. They were all playing. It was. I was like, "Who the what?" And they were just chilling like the whole show. And I was like, who are those guys right over there? And they're like, that's fucking Tony Danza tap dance. I'm like, no. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say also Daughters was playing that. Daughters and Tony Danza. Yeah.
My
It
God.
was fucking dope.
That's
It was
terrifying.
so dope. Oh,
I'm
God. It
surprised
was such
Dillinger
a...
wasn't with them.
Yeah, for real.
Not at a
Dillinger
VFW.
Well, I saw Dillinger Escape Plan at a VFW.
I'm just saying, this was like 2006, not
Oh,
fucking
shit.
2001. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like,
That's
so
wild.
I used to have a
What you got,
friend,
Dan?
the original drummer of my band. He would like buy my tickets and make me drive his car because he was too much of a bitch to drive on the highway. He didn't want to drive on the highway. I get free tickets to all these fucking shows.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, here's the lyrics. I'll see if you guys can guess. You probably are not familiar, but maybe. By the symbol of the Creator, I swear henceforth to be a faithful servant of his most puissant archangel, the Prince Lucifer, whom the Creator designated as his regent and Lord of this world. Amen. I deny Jesus Christ the deceiver, and I abjure the Christian faith, holding in contempt all of its works. As a being now possessed of a human body in this world, I swear to give my full allegiance to its lawful master, to worship him, our Lord, O Satan, and no other. In the name of Satan, the ruler of earth, open wide the gates of hell and come forth the abyss. By the names Satan, Leviathan, Belial, Lucifer, I will kiss the goat. I swear to give my mind, my body, and my soul unreservedly to the furtherance of our Lord Satan's designs. Do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
Aleister Crowley.
Holy
Was that
shit.
Lucifer? Lucifer the band?
Right.
That's 6 feet under?
The song is called The Oath, and it's by Merciful Fate.
Merciful Fate. Beasts.
And it's the shit.
That's fucking brutal.
I listen to a lot of Satan bands. Yeah. Sorry.
That's
I thought you guys, when you said death metal, I thought, oh,
Oh,
No,
dude,
we
you
were
would
talking about
love,
death metal,
you would
right.
love Sound on Fifth Street, dude. They changed the logo to have a pentagram in it now.
oh, wow.
That's what I love about Norma Jean is that's a Christian band.
Same with August Burns Red.
Good Christian.
Oh, you know what?
dude.
When I saw August Burns Red, I didn't even know the drummer for like all of those when he's hitting the China shit. He's going like this.
Oh,
He hits
yeah.
his fucking simple like that with the sideways with the flick, and I was like, how does that fucking?
He's nasty.
I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. What the fuck? And then I tried it, and I was like, this doesn't work, but it looks cool.
Dude,
He can
Oh
pull it off.
Sleeper.
though. He can fucking pull it off.
You guys
You
know
with
Oh
that?
Sleeper?
Oh, Sleeper?
Yeah.
I love Oh
Mm.
Sleeper. Hailing from
Fuck
Texas,
yeah.
dude.
The-
They are a
Mm.
Christian band, and I'm gonna.
Oh my- I fucking
and one of us
love
should
that
pick
band.
one of their songs to do. 'Cause their lyrics are fucking biblical, and they're awesome.
I fear a world without the sun.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I sit at a banquet of traitors, placed in between a thief and a piper. I love those lyrics, man.
Dude,
He's sick.
it's just awesome. All right.
Anyway,
Ooh, spooky. Fuck Motherfucker 666 is the YouTube channel.
Cool.
Appropriate.
Fuck yeah.
See, this is like, why don't like, I do this a little bit. I have a 6.5 minute long song for DD, and you know, bands don't fucking build up this fucking atmosphere anymore.
Word.
Yeah.
I love when bands do this.
Yes. Church.
Why is it always raining?
Dude, it's
sounds
death
doomy.
metal, bro. Doom metal, death metal. Whatever.
There's nothing death metal about wet chucks. Nothing.
What if it's like, I guess that'd be black metal. I was gonna say like icy.
And you know that organ don't work in the rain. You know that organ don't work in the rain.
You gotta be in the church to play that organ, so. Dude, what if this music is healing us like the Tartarians?
This is where the trick goes bad.
Oh yeah! How have I never heard this band before? I'm sure I have. Their guitar solos and songs in the way.
Dude.
I got a couple guitar solos.
Guitar
Dude.
rip.
Guitar solos like this, man. Classic. Oh, yes.
Yo, when did this come out, man?
Fucking like 1984, I think. That's a drag.
A year before I was born.
I was born in 1997.
Go home.
Very first day of 1994. This is fucking sick. These guys just played right into the fucking satanic panic. They're like, yeah,
yeah.
Let's just
right
scare
in.
the shit out of grandmas.
There,
Yeah.
and King Diamond, he's from Denmark.
Nice.
Hey, you guys ever
Corner.
fuck with metal? You guys fuck with Metalocalypse?
Yes,
you
yes,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Yo,
I've
okay. Have you seen the
seen
clock
show.
opera?
Fucking brutal.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking bro. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna come all the way to Supreme Court of fucking residualist. You know what I'm saying?
Major mermaid.
I break with my dick. You know what I love? I fucking love the clock opera, right? Like,
Oh, yeah,
I
it's the best
disagrees, for you sees we don't needs nobody else. This should be the one guitar's bands. Yes, indeed. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god, I fuck with them.
That's Quazix. That's the noise the ducks makes.
There's some
I'm
other really
so
good
easy.
Merciful
It's a
Fate
grocery store, you
King Diamond
douchebags.
songs that I would say definitely listen to, especially because King Diamond, the whole album is like one long story from start to finish, and so each song tells like a different part of the whole story. Like the fucking Graveyard, oh my god, that album is insane. There's a song called Heads on the Wall. Fucking Heads on the Wall.
Heads on the wall.
Heads on the wall.
99 heads on the wall.
Everybody stop listening.
You
45
count up
minutes
though.
ago.
You count up.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's a group listening right now.
There's
Like,
two
no way,
people
this is the
listening right
best
now.
episode we've heard.
Dude, that's okay. That's my entire podcast. So
I'm fucking with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's In the Shadows is a great Merciful Fate album also. I mean, every single album is great. This is like metal where you can listen to the whole fucking album, and like every song is just fuck yes.
Dude, that's what me and my vocalist, because we're just a two-piece, like he was like, dude, every song has to be a banger. There's been a couple songs he's like, no, we're not putting them on the album. I'm like, all right.
Can't be, you gotta be all killer, no filler.
But then there was one that I didn't want to put on the album. He's like, nah, it's great. But I'm like, this is the worst one I wrote. He's like, nah, I love it.
That's a tough one when you got a guy you trust his opinion, but you're like, but I don't like it.
But I started off with just some weak metal from back in the day, so I had to take it back in the day to some black opera. I call it opera metal.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I feel it.
Same with King Diamond a lot of times, you know.
Yeah, well, he's the lead singer of that band.
Right.
Yeah. But it's the shit. I fucking love it, dude. And like some of the fucking pitches that he reaches is like fucking unbelievable. Insane. And I think they actually used two guitarists, and they just crank shit out at the same time. It's old school style.
That's fucking badass. Oh, dude, I'm gonna play World Without the Sun.
Oh, still shit. I actually picked the No Sleeper song too.
Oh, okay. Which one did you want to play?
I picked The Family Ruin just because the lyrics are so fucking deep.
Oh man, read them.
All right, here we goes. It's a long one, but it's really intense. And the cool part,
33 seconds.
The cool. Wow, that's probably on purpose. The cool part about this is it's like a conversation between like the lower self and the higher self. It's pretty crazy. Or God
deja vu.
and the person. Yeah.
Yep.
To me, deja vu means like you did this the last time you were here. So do something spontaneous, like say something weird right now.
Yes.
All right, there we go. All right, ready? She finds him by the fire. His clothes have got him dripping from his crimes. He beckons her, sweet daughter, the voice that once avenged her younger life. He's got the voice of a Khan, the same one who cut down in the name of his God, who took on the robe of a judge without a license to kill without cause. He's not worth it. Remember what he did that made you question all the words he cited from the book, the same book that's reeling you home after so many years of silence. And the daughter watches father. As he sleeps and dreams, she brings the knife to light because she knows he can't go farther and he'll never wake to see his daughter cry. Don't lose control, or you will long to go back to this time and rewrite your thought because you're about to choose what's to come. So ironic. It's ironic that you're contemplating murder while I'm educating you in mercy. You say you want the means to believe. So don't change who you are, because who you are is how I made you to discover me. The steel marries his skin. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I cut him down. He didn't have to fall. It's your fault. It's your fault. You lost control, and now you're long to go back and rewrite your thought. But I won't let you slip away. Not this time. This time you're going to learn when it means to receive the very mercy that you denied when you denied the means to believe. I'll keep feeding you the proof that you need, but you spit it out to follow further your doubt. And now he can't go farther because he'll never wake to see his daughter cry.
God damn, dude. He's one of my favorite vocalists, dude.
He's undersung for sure. No one knows
my
Sleeper really.
Dude.
I mean, no offense to them. Like they have a
Yeah,
following,
I know.
but they're not huge, but
Yeah.
they're
I thought it was
nasty.
cool when he got to do vocals for As I Lay Dying while Tim was in jail.
Douchebag was in jail. Yeah.
Now he's back in the band somehow, but I'm glad he's back with those Sleeper.
The only thing I appreciate from Tim Lambesis is Austrian Death Machine is Arnold Schwarzenegger metal band.
Bennett.
Yeah. Get to
Dude,
the
that
chopper.
song has one of the best guitar solos I've ever heard in my entire life, dude. Rusty Cooley
Yes.
fucking destroys that song. Dude.
Please, everyone, check out Austrian Death Machine if you never
Oh
have,
my
because it's beautiful.
God,
If you love
dude.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, or at least what he used to
my
be.
God.
I think we should do a show like this like once a month and just play some fucking heavy metal music, but come up with like a
It's a good
little
idea.
better
theme for the
format.
music.
Yeah, a little bit
theme.
more of a.
A little theme idea, and then we can each like pluck 2 songs, play it, and talk about it.
I think that's a good idea.
Fuck
I
yeah.
think it's solid.
That's a cool idea, man.
Just because the different genres of music, even though we're in metal, there's so many other different aspects
There's
of
this
it.
like infinite
that,
genres. Of
There is
metal.
no more genres in any other category than in fucking metal. You know
Yeah.
why? Because
Absolutely.
people are fucking snobs about it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they're fucking assholes. It's like,
dude.
no, I don't listen to hardcore. I only listen to death hardcore. And it's
I
like,
li-
what the fuck are you talking
Well,
about?
also the other point to be made is the fact
Grind.
that it's just simply stating that you can listen to everything that you have the opportunity to listen to in metal form, and it's a better version.
Yeah. We should do covers. We should do covers one time and do like other bands that did covers of different bands,
Oh,
but did
that'd be
it better, but did
That'd
it
be
better
cool.
than the
Yeah.
original band.
That'd
Dude,
be
we
a
should
good
play
one.
just
Does-
like a bar from Family Ruin at some point here because it's sick.
Does
Yes,
Holy Diver
absolutely.
count? Because I thought that Killswitch version was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Dude, yeah,
Actually,
man,
I did
yeah.
like that one.
I loved that one, dude. That shit came out when I was like 10, 11 years old.
Hey Jay, I remember when Howard covered My Last Serenade. Wait, was that his song originally, or was that Jesse's song originally?
My Last Serenade. That was his
that was
song,
Howard's.
but-
That was
No,
Howard's.
yeah, that was Howard's. But you're thinking of Rosa Sharon.
I'm thinking of there was one really.
There was
sick-
another one. There was
a
a,
couple before
there
that.
was so there were 2 songs that specifically like that, like they introduced
Held on
Howie
to.
with.
Yeah.
They introduced Howie with that were originally Jesse's songs. It was supposed, they were doing that new album, whatever album Rosa Sharon was on, and it's so whatever
So
song
nasty.
that was, whatever that was, so they have like both of those versions too.
Mhm.
What was that?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Just
I
play a
love
bit of
those
this.
songs.
But it's like a higher force, like trying to warn this.
I don't know the words. That's my biggest thing. Like there's a lot of bands that I don't look up the lyrics till like years later. Oh, this song's so sick.
Oh, that's good. I like that. This is the shit that I can get high and fucking dream to.
You'd love this band, man. Oh, Sleeper. Ready for it? Drop, bro.
The voice that once avenged her younger life. It's got the voice of a god, the same one who got down and love is gone. But took on the robe of a judge without a license to kill without cause. He's not worth it. He's not worth it. He's not worth it. Remember what he did that made you question all the words he said. From the book the same book. It's really you hold up to so many years of silence.
So it goes on like this, but fast forward towards the end, man, real quick, because there is a part at the end.
That's good shit.
Right before that, back up just 10, 15 seconds.
Okay, so that's like a very big line in this song.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
ironic that you're contemplating murder while I'm educating you in mercy.
Yeah, it's insane. It's so sick.
Cause you're about to choose what to come. So ironic. It's ironic. It's ironic that you're contemplating murder while I'm educating you in mercy. You say you won. You say you won.
The best vocalist to be able to write lines that don't rhyme.
Now listen to his. He does all the vocals too.
No, the other guy does. He sings and does some screams.
He does it live.
The guitar player sings.
Is he not? I thought he did it just live.
Yeah, the guitar player, the rhythm, or one of the guitar players does.
Yeah, his name's like
fucking-
Dusty or something, I think.
Yeah, he sings.
He's got
and
sick
does-
vocals.
Does screams too.
I think it was Life to Lifeless. That's the one I was thinking about. But you're right. My Last Serenade was on that album too. Sorry,
Dude, do we have time to hop into my song?
Yes,
Sure, man.
Yes.
We should.
Let's
should
finish
close
it
out
on
with
that.
All right,
Finish it on
sick.
Finish on
All right,
that.
wait. I want to play the coolest guitar solo I've ever heard in my life, real quick. So good.
Sounds like My Bitter End.
Ready, bro?
I'm such a sucker for this.
There's a video of him recording that in the studio with fucking Tim Lambesis or whatever, and dude, he freestyled like the last 25% of that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what it's funny too, because when you go into the studio and you're sitting in front of your producer, the guy that's recording it, and you go, I'm just gonna freestyle this. He goes, really?
No,
Whatever, man. It's your money, but
Yeah. It's your time.
have your fucking shit ready.
Anyway, so this song is called Grandmaster, and I wrote about Thoth the Atlantean.
Excellent.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read the lyrics, and then I'll play the song, and then we'll talk about it.
Nice.
Okay. Become aware of the beholder, of the philosopher's stone. All knowledge received from thee amounts greater than gold. From the inside, open your eye. The truth will be hidden in plain sight. And it repeats that. As above, so below. Behold the great all, in awe, from knowing the teachings of Indol. The night of eternity, spiral from the fright to rise to infinity. Live, die, when and where it's right. Free inside, the mental is where the universe resides. All is one, the sun, the sea, the flame that burns eternally. Be free, and then the end is turn bronze to gold. So old but young, we sung before the fall. All is in the all, and the all is in all, original source of love.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
I can dig it.
I love the ending there.
So I'm just gonna play the song, fuck it, because I'm sure my buddy won't care. But
Cool.
this is too good for people not to hear. This is my favorite song I've ever written. This is the only song that I've done vocals on that I actually have wanted to release.
That's awesome.
And but anyway, here it goes. Grandmaster. so pissed I got kicked out of this band. I love you, Malik. You're still my homie.
There's a love something low beyond the cradle, enough from knowing the teachings of it all. The night of eternity, smile from the breaking rush to infinity. Left eye, waiting where it's right. Free inside, mental lips where the counterparts resides. Left eye, waiting where it's right. Free inside, the mental lips where the counterparts resides.
That's nasty.
All is for the soul of the string. The flames are burning tightly. All is for the soul of the string. The flames are burning tightly. All is for the soul of the string. The flames are burning eternally.
Transitions are so good. He's such a good songwriter.
There's a love so below me, all the great, all enough from knowing the teachings of it all. I'm not of eternity. Spiral from the front to right to infinity. Left eye, waiting where it's right. Free inside, mental lips where the counterparts resides. Left eye, waiting where it's right. Free inside, the mental lips where the counterparts resides.
Fucking cool, dude.
That was nasty.
That was great.
That's cool as shit.
This way.
Oh, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
That's what's happening.
Time must go so all beyond we saw before the fall. All is in and all of the all is in all affection, all sorts of love. Time must go so all beyond we saw before the fall. All is in the all and the all is in all affection, all sorts of love. Time must go so all beyond we saw before the fall. All is in the all and the all is in all affection, all sorts of love.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking
Guys.
Oh
cool.
man, that was beautiful.
It's kind of brutal.
Shout out to
Brutiful.
Malik Emmanuel.
Brutal.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
Almost was a good one.
Can you stop using that word, brother? Oh, yeah. It kind of makes me a little uncomfortable.
Oh man, I remember when that cartoon came out. It was like the best shit fucking ever, dude.
Dude, you know, my favorite song on the Clock Opera is the one where it's like, how dare you? You should be ashamed of yourselves. It's blasphemous what you say. He is your family and he is your heart. But when you say that, it feels so very gay. You must understand that if I had my brother alive, the strength I would have. I'm gonna stop.
Brendan Small, dude. I love Brendan Small.
But you don't. I'm gonna. 'cause I
All right,
do
back
it
to these lyrics.
all for my brother. Yes, my heart still burns for you. Oh, I'd wheel into battle with me one more moment with you, but it's too late.
Have you guys heard of Hammerfall?
No,
No.
who's
That's a
that?
good band too. Just check out Hammerfall. They're kind of more of like I don't know how do you call that, like that melodic death metal, I guess. They do a lot of anthem metal type shit.
Nice.
I love Chance. Like, as much as I don't want to like it, like, I love Chance.
My favorite death metal-esque band, blast beat, black metal-y, folk metal, Winter Sun.
That's a lot of
dude.
Winter
qualifiers.
Yake's favorite band too.
That's a lot of qualifiers.
Winter
on
Swallow
Sun's
the
like-
Sun.
Dude, the fucking greatest
Winter
band.
Sun's nuts.
That's gonna be one I'm gonna cover on the next episode. Winter Sun.
Yeah, Winter Sun
Anyway,
is wild.
let's
band
fucking jump
mythology.
into these lyrics.
Oh,
So
yeah.
tell me what you guys think about. I'm just gonna read the first line. Become aware of the beholder of the philosopher's stone. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think it sounds like a Harry Potter book.
Talk.
Yeah. What do you think I meant by that line?
I think you're talking about a human being aware of the ultimate observer or something. I don't know.
Yes, along those lines for sure.
Are you talking about Newton?
Who?
Isaac
Who?
Newton? Sir Isaac
Oh,
Newton?
Newton. You said Newton. Yeah. So it was relating to that, and also Thoth the Atlantean, but also yourself.
Yeah.
You already hold the philosopher's stone.
Shit's deep, bro.
It's in
Fuck
you.
yeah.
All
The
knowledge
occult
received from
knowledge.
the amounts greater than gold. I don't believe that you learn anything. I believe that you're just remembering it.
Yep.
Because
Mm.
I
you are
agree.
everything.
I agree.
And then the
Wrong.
next line is from the inside.
You are
open,
everything.
open your eye. The truth will be hidden in plain sight. So that's basically what I just said.
It's like pulling your pants down and showing your wiener.
Not be scared to do it.
Was that a challenge?
The Anthony Weiner challenge.
All right. So the next line is, as above, so below. Behold the great all.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
I think
That's
it's pretty-
self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very self-evident to us.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So for the layman, what I meant by that line, this line's super deep. No matter what state of existence you're in, you're looking at the all of everything right now.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
we're just in this slower vibration, able to talk to each other in these human bodies right now. It's still all of it right now happening in front of us. Like it's your own personal experience. Not saying that I'm the only one experiencing anything, but
No
for me,
solipsis.
technically, yes, I am. But you all are also experiencing your own.
Yeah. It's like the fractal nature of existence, where like when you realize, oh, it's just this, but on grander or weaker scales forever and ever. And it's like, oh,
Yes.
it's very humbling and very intimidating. Like, well, what is God? What is that ultimate observer you're talking about? And it's kind of like this, it's like the yin yang, where it's like not seen as two fish, it's seen as one fish chasing its own tail, wondering if there really is another fish or not. And it's like there's this weird spirit about things, a ghost in the machine that gets to observe all these fractal levels, but then has to snap back into one of them to ever express anything about it.
It's exactly how I think it works.
We're spiritual
So-
beings in a meat suit, bro.
Indeed. So the next line is continuing off that. So it's as above, so below. Behold the great awe, in awe from knowing the teachings of Undal. Know what in Undal is?
Undal?
Yeah, Undal. However you say
Oh,
it.
no.
Okay. Well, it's like the main city of Atlantis.
Oh.
Supposedly where Thoth and his dad lived or whatever. His
And
father.
all.
Undal.
Thoth.
So that's so what I meant by that line is like the knowledge of sacred geometry and just like language, like basically all, pretty much anything we know now.
Thoth is like the in between of God and Satan, because he's the messenger. So he's the Mercury and the salt and the sun.
I was just gonna say Mercury.
Yeah.
And then the next line is the night of eternity, spiral from the fright to rise to infinity. And what I meant by that was kind of like the dark night of the soul.
I knew it. Yeah.
But also extrapolating that into some of my psychedelic experiences where I'm not in this physical reality. And there's also a part in the Emerald Tablets where Thoth says, if you're finding yourself traveling across, I don't remember specifically what it says, across realities, move in spirals and circles and not in angles, for like the strange angles or basically demons or something would trap you. And I've been trapped before by like giving into all the cool geometric patterns and shit, but then it like gets really hellish. But then you learn, I remembered to spiral, and I started thinking circles and like literally spiraled myself out of the hell and rose to a blissful state. So spiral from the fright to rise to infinity.
That reminds me of Tool lyrics, like the spiral out, keep going mentality of what the hell's the name of that song?
They probably got that
from
Downward Spiral.
No, it's the title of the album. Never mind.
No,
it's
that's
a Tool
Nirvana.
song. What?
I said that's
No, never mind. No, I'm saying never mind. I don't remember it. I can't remember.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
It's the same one with a schism on it, but yeah.
Schism.
Yeah.
Schism on a serious tip.
But yeah, that spiral. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. That getting like hoodwinked by like patterns and shit where there's like, yeah, man, that's cool. I'm like on the edge of possibly doing DMT again soon. It's been like 10,
just did it a few weeks ago.
Wow.
I feel like I'm in
What'd you do?
need, but I just keep remembering my last experience. I'm like, I'm good.
Did you kill a sacred cow and wear it?
That'd be cool.
There was a pug.
There was a pug.
Do you ever seen a pug on DMT? Fuck that.
Oh, man.
Fuck that.
I have a pug. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so brutal. So fucking brutal.
What about cats? What are cats like when you're on DMT?
I tried to talk to one on mushrooms.
Guardians.
Yeah, what are they like, dude? Because even if I get high, like just weed, and I look at my cat looks at me like, you're high, motherfucker.
That's when you
and
get
I'm
your
gonna
cat
fuck
high.
with you.
You'll be like Constantine. You fucking use the cat to transport yourself to hell.
That was such a good fucking movie.
Hell yeah, man. Keanu ruled in that. Then the show sucks.
I didn't even know there was a show.
Yeah, it's garbage. It's kind of very similar to that Lucifer show that's on TV.
Oh god.
It's like,
oh, dude, I had to watch like several seasons. Oh my god, several seasons of Lucifer.
Garbage.
It was terrible. Okay, I have to empty 2 bladders.
Yeah, me too,
yeah,
man.
dude.
Or
Yeah,
6.
guys.
But this was awesome, man. We should
Because you're
do
a
this.
cow?
We should do this every month.
This is fun. This
Yeah, we
was
should
great.
definitely do it once a month.
Go in a
and
bunch of
just-
different directions.
just do
Favorite
a-
guitar solos.
Yeah, do a theme. And
Oh,
then-
favorite guitar solos. That's a great idea.
and then bring some
Themes, I like that.
bring a little conspiracy shit into
Oh,
the whole
sure.
overall picture. At least some I definitely would go with like some Thoth understanding and stuff like that, or just some deep spiritual shit or something.
Yeah, man.
I don't know
that was
if
my
I'll
tie it
original
in.
idea. Try to extrapolate like spiritual meaning even out of like mundane
Yeah.
lyrics.
Yeah.
I think you can do that for sure with a lot of different bands we listen to collectively. So this would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of like where I was trying to go with the songs that I chose. Was I was trying to get like that deep meaning behind what the song's about, because in that oath song he's basically talking about selling his soul to Satan, obviously, and taking an oath to do what Satan tells him to. And we talk about that a lot in the conspiracy world.
Yeah.
And a lot of metal stuff is full of that shit. But but do we actually believe in all this devil shit, or do we just
Or do
like
they?
the idea of it? You know, it's more of like
It's just a cool
a
idea.
fucking
Everything's
Darth Vader
you.
is fucking a badass, and we don't really want to be like Darth Vader. He's just fucking cool.
He's cool as
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I got his mask sitting right over there. Like,
You know what I mean, though? But because a lot of people will go like, "Oh, well, you listen to that, so now you worship Satan." You're fucking. I remember wearing like the band T-shirts, and when I was a teenager, you know, and I had like the
That
6
must have
feet
been
under
rough,
shirt
man.
on with like the head cut off, maximum violence or maximum carnage. I forget what it was called, but it had the brain out. I remember people used to just look at me like, "What the fuck, man?" And I'm like, "What? Why do you have that on your shirt?" And I'd be like, "Fuck you, bitch."
You're a badass. That's
like
motherfucker
old
why.
ladies. Like when I was like
Yeah.
15 or 16, I had no respect or I gave no shits about anybody at that period of time.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but I got older and wiser, and but it's cool to like reflect on metal, because for me it brings me back to a time when I was a lot younger and a lot more edgy, and it kind of gets me back into that way of thinking too, and hearing these songs and these lyrics and that vibration, you know.
Yeah, dude, it brings you right
so,
back
yeah,
to a
so
time in your life, man.
that's
Like,
some
it's like
sometimes
time
the best
traveling.
yeah, dude, like you like reflect back on concerts where you heard that song from
Yeah.
or something, you know,
Moments where
or
you love that song
or that
needed
show
that
you
song.
went to with all your
man.
buddies, and it's just every time you hear it you're like, oh yeah, fucking that time, you know. And I was listening to like Iron Maiden like a few months back, and I remembered some shows that we went to, and I called up my friend that I haven't talked to for like 5 or 6 years because we're old now, and I was just like, hey man, what's going on?
That's so
just
cool, dude.
because I was listening to the music and it was reminding me of when we used to hang out and shit together. So
That's
Yeah,
fucking
man.
awesome.
but that's the kind of shit that music does to you, that the vibrations of it, man, have such a impact. And at that time in my life I was pretty negative and down in a hole because my dad passed away. So I was just down into the deep darkest pits, and that was actually a way for me to kind of release my anger and use it in a positive way, because I was using it like headbanging and shit, and like feeding off the lyrics and getting it out of my system. And eventually it all cleared out, but it took some time. But I mean, but that's what kind of got me deeper into the rabbit hole of metal, because you start out with your entryway drugs of alcohol and marijuana, which is like Slayer, Metallica, and Megadeth.
Yeah.
And then you go to your fucking hallucinogenics and heroin and shit and crack and cocaine and meth, and trip the fuck out on some
Sleep
other
sculpting.
weird crazy bands, and then you just start going and you don't stop. And then, you know, so music is amazing, man. I off topic a little bit, but I remember Busta Rhymes had a album called The Extinction Level Event.
Yeah,
And,
Busta Rhymes also did a track with Black Sabbath.
Oh yeah, and there's a song, there's like a little intro thing on there, and it was like music is your moods. It's like your even music can soothe even the savage beast, I think it was. And just one of the things that always stuck with me is like music, whatever mood you're in, it can help you either deal with it or pep you up. And like, you know, those anthem type songs always are like hypey, you know. And as a skateboarder and stuff, we used to listen to a lot of hip hop and shit too, because hip hop would give us in like a groove to go, flow.
Always listen to hip hop.
Flow out a little bit, and then but that's just my little take there at the end, I guess.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us on, dude.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man,
it.
this has been awesome. We should definitely do this again, man.
I'm up for it, man. Definitely hit me up
schedule
about
this
it.
once a month, man. Everyone,
Jay
everyone-
Henehan, How to Kill a Sacred Cow. That's how I call it.
Yep.
Go on,
Yeah,
right
Andy
there. That's how
Rouse,
I
the
do it.
Deep Share Podcast.
Danunaki Dan, rising from the motherfucking ashes.
And
You
we
already
are also
know.
on
Rising
Roots of
from the
Creation.
ashes.
I Newsome
But I didn't know it all.
Yo, I fucking love you guys. You're the best.
You guys fucking rule.
Thanks, man.
But
Great meeting
everybody
you, Jay.
listening,
Great
whoever's
meeting
still
you, Jay.
listening,
Where the fuck is
love
still
you.
listening?
We love you so much.
but I gotta pee, so I have to
you're
leave.
the best.
Oh yeah,
All right,
half
guys.
the worst, please. Love you guys.
Adios.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Deep Share Podcast. If you want to hear more, then hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all the social places. And remember, think for yourself, but don't always believe what you think. Till next time.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, that's hysteria. Enough, I get the point.
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature. And you will atone.
What do we know? What do we know? If I know what we know, then I can tell you what we know, and if someone else knows, okay? I mean...